as they're dressed in the white with the racing stripe sides in that checkered pattern on the pants and on the jerseys. Tip-off goes to the Hilltoppers as they are dressed in the all-whites. The Cougars of Colorado Christian dressed in the black with sky blue. And they get it down to the Big Elk as he is fouled. And will be going to the free throw line. Man, oh man. So much to talk about. If you watch that first game where DBU upset the number 14th ranked Colorado Mesa, I don't know if this game will be as tight, but you never know. First game of the season for Colorado College, or Colorado Christian rather, but for your Hilltoppers, they have already been in action. 3 games already played. In fact, the Big Elk, who goes 1 for 2 right there, Sean Elkinson from the stripe, picking up where he left off last season as he picked up Offensive Player of the Week honors in the opening week. 10-second violation. Couldn't get over the timeline fast enough. Let's take a look at the starters. Colorado Christian, a team that's on the rebuild. They had the most wins last season than they had in the prior 6 years. Jeff Gary looking to launch and connects on the open 3. The Colorado Christian, a lot of new pieces on this team. So the big thing is how quickly can they gel this season. It's Noah Kahn, Jacob Everson wearing the number 1 who just had that rebound. Schaefer Reichart, Nick Zeal, and Shaylin Woodbury, the starting 5 for Coach Leon Simmons. No relation that I know of between us two. As I'm the Smash, Justin Simmons, ecstatic to be back with you for another Hilltopper basketball season. On the drive, it's deflected. Starting 5 for Andre Cook this season in the opener. Blake Nielsen here at home. Gavino Ramos, Jeff Gary, Sean Elkinton, and Connor McManus rounding out the starting 5. Oh, no kickball there as it went off of the player's feet. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Colorado Christian gets the open look for 3, and it will be Noah Kahn, the junior from Houston, Texas, who previously was at Northern Illinois, getting his first bucket here for the Cougars. Has a big fan base. But Gavino Ramos, one of the captains of this team this season, he has just gotten better and better each season. Has the former San Antonio News Express High School Player of the Year back when he was coming in. See somebody here with the Connor McManus poster board already, so it's good to see a lot of fans in the stands for this season opener. And, of course, having all of you all at home watching along, or wherever you may be. That's going to be a travel. I know what McManus was trying to do, trying to get that dribble or that touch. Was the local product. Doesn't get the call to go his way. 17:40 left in this first half. SCU ahead 7-3 against the Cougars of Colorado Christian. Looking to drive, pull up from the elbow. It's not there. Rebound controlled by Sean Elkinson. The freshman sensation last year has nowhere else to go but this shot here from the corner, in and out from McManus. For Elkinson, he has nowhere to hide this season. Everybody knows what he's capable of, and the expectations for him even higher now. So far, he's been able to contend with them as that will ping in on the three-pointer from Shaylin Woodbury. 7-6 here in our opening half. 16:50. Elkinson, that's something he's been looking to improve on during the offseason, and we've seen his distance extend, but misses there. Driving, kicking. One-on-one here. The Hezzy The turnaround, the fadeaway, it's good for Noah Khan. And he has a big cheering section here as Khan somehow takes the elevator to the top floor and gets the block. Coming back and knocking it down, Shaylin Woodbury connects on the three. It's 11-7 as SCU looking to settle into their offense. Gary, I think he wants the screen. Instead, they're going to go back down low. Here to Nielsen. He is crafty. Nielsen with the one-footed shot. Oh, that should have gone. How does that not count? They're going to say the foul came on the floor. Unfortunate for Nielsen, as that was a nifty shot to fall. He's one. So make out of the timeout. Ramos somehow was able to use his stretching ability despite falling to get it off of the glass and in. G just doing G-like things. 11-9 as the Hilltoppers are behind still, trying to find the equalizer. 15 seconds on the shot clock, pulling up from just beyond the block here on the left side corner. It was Jacob Everson who gets that too. Colorado Christian 10-18 last year, 6-16. Elkington couldn't get the rebound there. Ramos back out here to Jeff Gary. He gets the open look from three, can't knock it down. McManus with the rebound. Gavino Ramos from downtown. 5 points scored in the last two possessions for Gavino Ramos, and it's now 13-12 as the Hilltoppers will get the ball back. Colorado Christian 10-19 last year, 6-16 in conference play, picked to finish 13th out of 15 teams in the RMAC this season. But like we mentioned earlier, the 10 total wins was the most wins for the program in the last 6 seasons. Trying to figure out a way to replace all RMAC performer DJ McDonald after he graduated. They're looking for Nick Zeal, who was with Creighton, the Blue Jays last season, where he was part of that Sweet 16 run. Elkington had it blocked, so possession stays with the Hilltoppers, and that is why you got to play the whole way through. Jeff Gary, the local product from right here out of Austin, Texas, able to knock down the straightaway three. Tough bucket inside by Bradley Land, the freshman from Dallas. On the kick out, over to Gary. He'll reset his feet. Comes up short on the left side. Elkington chases down the rebound. Last year he was almost a double-double machine. Those averages very close to that. He has a much bigger fellow on him right now, able to kick out of the double team. 7 seconds remain. Circus-like shot, and we'll have a travel called on Blake Nielsen. A big shout out to all of those Hilltopper signees during the National Letter of Intent Day. We got some promising Hilltoppers coming to South Congress Avenue in the near future, and a lot of them local products. Gavino Ramos taking all of the contact, no foul, as the official is saying that he flailed himself. We're tied at 15 as we're nearing the midway point. Tough take, but the officials are letting them play. I see Coach Simmons wanting a foul there, but the referees have been consistent thus far. That's all you can ask for the opening game of the season here. And as soon as I say that, we have a foul. Foul on Jeff Gary as he was trying to get free from the screen. That will be the Hilltoppers' first team foul of this first half, as we are tied at 15 apiece with 13:15 remaining. On the drive, he lost the handle. As Jaden Johnston is now in, the junior from Dublin, California, from Granada, who previously was shooting the ball well in Canada. I'm excited to see what he can do here at home. 5 seconds on the shot clock. That's a moving screen on Christopher Barnes. He's listed at 6'11". It's the freshman from Richmond, Texas. So one of the bigger foes that the Hilltoppers will see this season. Off of the screen, Nielsen couldn't get the ball off of the backboard. The Hilltoppers now in transition defense. And that was an acrobatic finish from Michael Bell Jr. On the drive. And there was a block going up. It was Jamison Kay who is fouled after that big slap off of the backboard by Christopher Barnes. It's 17-15, Colorado College, or Colorado Christian, rather, in the lead. There is a Colorado College, but they play D3 ball. But they also wear black, so that is also probably throwing me off a little bit. First free throw missed by Kay. As Bennett Moe now in. Back for another year on the Hilltop. He's one of those long, lengthy defenders who has a decent three-point shot. Good to see the SCU cheer squad here in full force. And Topper in and out like a fast food restaurant as the rebound's controlled by Jaden Johnston. We're nearing the midway point of this first half. 12-10 left. Johnston with possession. Gives it up to the big fella, Elkington. Back outside to Ramos. Where's he going to go? Back to Elkington. He's one-on-one. Spinning. The pop. No drop. Rebound controlled by Everson. Out of bounds. And it's out of bounds on Jaden Johnston. You could tell that Johnston thought he got called for a foul. That was not the good. Almost wire to wire against the number 14th ranked Colorado Mesa as they hung on for the upset. Mavericks almost came back. They got it within 2, but couldn't complete the comeback as we'll have a foul. No foul. 10-second violation on the Cougars thanks to that tight defense. And it was the aforementioned Bennett Moe who caused the abrupt stop. Hilltoppers can tie it on this possession. Could take the lead on a three. It will be a three by Johnston. He misses short from the top of the key. 11:25 driving. It's stripped. And they're going to call the foul on Jamison Kay, the sophomore from Yuma, Arizona. That will be his first foul. That's just the team's second foul. CCU has 4 fouls as a team, as it looks like they're awaiting to make some substitutions. We go to the free throw line with Bradley Land as he misses the first. I say Land. It's hard to see. There it is, the double ones on the back of his jersey. Ooh, in and out. Off of the rebound, that works out just as well as the 2 free throws that missed. As Everson will come away with the points for Colorado Christian regardless. 19-15 as SCU finds themselves behind right now. Looking for the screen, Nielsen. He's tracked the entire way. Wide open look from the left side from behind the arc. It's no good for Moan. He gets the ball back, and the Hilltoppers are making the threes when they don't count. That foul was called first. That'll be the fifth. That'll be the fifth team foul on Colorado Christian as we're near the midway point now. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left of this first half. Hilltoppers with possession right now. Over to Bennett Moan, who makes the cut, but he doesn't hit the bunny. The bunny jumped right back out of the hat, and that was an ugly miss for St. Edwards, as they could have used that bucket. Again, first home game of the season, though, for the Hilltoppers. Good fan support here. Could be coming out just a little tight. And, of course, maybe a little jet lag after traveling from the West Coast back to Texas this week. 19-15, Nielsen fading away. There is Blake Nielsen. The junior from Perth, Australia, was just getting ready to get going as he knocks down that leaner fading away. Less than 10 minutes to go in this first half. The shot from three off the back iron, controlled by Kay. Trying to get it up ahead to Elkington, but it will be stolen. That was Nick Zeal, their high prize transfer from Creighton University. On the drive, up and over, and one. Elkington will be whistled for the foul. As it's 21-17. I like this, though. Good crowd interaction here on hand. Lots of people really involved in this game. I think that exhibition contest for the Hilltoppers against the University of Texas just a couple of weeks ago was a big help in getting the name out. Good recognition for the university that definitely deserves it in this program under Coach Cook. Has worked really hard within the last couple of years to bring the Hilltoppers to some national notoriety. The Hilltoppers ran the offense perfectly, but it's going to be a travel on Bennett Moan. And he'll be subbed out here for Jeff Gary. Tough break for Moan as he was looking to get going. Never really got into the contest. Right now, Colorado Christian just moving the ball very well here. Lots of movement, forcing lots of switching for the Hilltoppers. Bad defense there as nobody closed down. The rebound was given up. Nobody boxing out. And Zick Neal will get the finish. Up ahead to Sean Elkington. That's because Nielsen had the defender draped on him the whole way through. Good way to shrug off the defender from Nielsen. 24-19, 8:45 left in this first half. CCU ahead on the drive. Nobody closed the door. The fight for the rebound, and we're all tied up. Great strength there from Jamison Kay to go against the 6'8 Zeal. So the possession arrow is pointing in favor of the Cougars. So they'll retain possession on this jump ball. Next one will belong to the Hilltoppers. It was bobbled on the inbound. And both guys were not on the same page. CCU still maintains the lead, 24-19. I see Toppers pumped on the other side, trying to keep these fans engaged. The Hilltoppers just need to hit a big-time shot. I think that will get this whole crowd back into it. Who's this play designed for? I'm still trying to figure that out as this season is progressing. Wide open look for three, but it rims out. Nielsen. They're going to wave it off. And they're going to call a charging foul on Elkington. That's his second personal foul now. The Hilltoppers, I'm not sure who's been redshirted, who's just sitting on the bench, and who's available tonight. I didn't want to prod Coach Cook too much, and I had that game beforehand. Wide open three nailed by Shaylin Woodbury. The Australian helping extend the lead now to 8. Nielsen can't answer back. So this timeout is the media timeout. It's 27-19. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Does have 2 fouls right now, does the Big Elk. Blake Nielsen with 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Connor McManus, 1 rebound. Johnston's had a rebound. Bennett Moan's had a couple of boards. And Jameson Kay has contributed to this game. But the Hilltoppers find themselves down 27-19 here with 7:40 left in the first half. Ramos back out there. The defender gets past him, and we're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Kay. And that foul on Kay will be his second foul of this game. That will be the 5th foul as a team for St. Edwards as we go to the free throw line. As the first bucket, it is good from Noah Kahn. Colorado College won 1 basketball game away from home last year, and they were 0-2 in neutral site play, including the loss to these Hilltoppers last season in the same tournament, although in Colorado. Ramos trying to drive. And he will draw the foul. The foul will be on Woodbury. That will be his first foul. That's the 16th foul, as that will send Ramos to the free throw line. That is something that has improved drastically over Coach Andre Cook's tenure as the head man here. His teams have consistently improved in the free throw shooting. Almost jinxed it there. It does roll in. 2 valuable points from the stripe. 29-21 as SCU finds themselves down by 8. The kick-out pass for 3 straight away. Swish for Michael Bell Jr. Hilltoppers just not closing out on that 3-point line right now. Gary gives it up. This is a wide open look for 3. McManus can't capitalize. And Jalen Gordon, fighting for the rebound, is fouled. Gordon, one of those guys that we saw last season, primarily reserve, but when he did get his chances to play, he really did shine. He's in the position to get more minutes this season. The Hilltoppers really changing out the bench from last year. And obviously the big hole this season, as there always is with every year, right? Like, who's going to replace the top players? And in this case, who's going to replace Mr. Chips and Salsa himself, Uche the Biamaka? Hopefully the big fella might be listening. (32-23), 6:35 left in this first half of play. On the handoff, it goes to Woodbury. Back here, taking another 3. Bell Jr. this time. It bashes off the front of the rim. The rebound controlled by Colorado Christian. 15 on the shot clock after the reset. Shot clock down to 12. Looking to drive. Over to the right wing. Shot clock down to 7. Gary, good defense here. Looking to split. Good take. Better finish. Michael Bell Jr. really showing the skills there. He's the man from Atlanta, GA. Gavino. Oh, that was a difficult take that just goes off of the glass. Bell Jr. has it blocked, and he was standing out of play on the touch. Great job there from Blake Nielsen as he gets the stop and the turnover. Hilltoppers need some buckets to fall, though. That three-point shooting just quite hasn't been there yet tonight. Off of the cut, it was read perfectly by the defense. Off of the floater, Nielsen, not there. Tough rebound, won by Woodbury. Inside. And just getting a piece of the player on the way up was Jalen Gordon. So we will have a foul against the Hilltoppers. Something that the Hilltoppers haven't had too many of here tonight has been fouls, but that is their 6th team foul. Next one will put CCU in the bonus. As we have 5:06 left in this first half. The free throw missed from Nick Zeal. I keep on wanting to say Zick Neal. Because it's like a 3-letter first name, 4-letter last name. Out of the scrum, the Hilltoppers do come away with the ball. Oh, and this call is going to go against St. Edwards. Are they trying to say that they ran out of time? I don't. They say they took an extra step. You can see Coach Cook trying to get the answer from the official. I don't know what that call was either. I thought that was just a really great pass on the wrist fling, and instead the ball goes back to CCU. So they have 10 on the shot clock. Do the Cougars. Their backdoor cut. The ball was late, but the foul was called. That was McManus's first foul, but that will now send the Cougars to the free throw line as we are in the bonus. The 1 of 1. Or actually, they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. Sean Elkington coming in. Second free throw coming up, quickly taken and made from Reihart. 35-23, Hilltoppers need a bucket here. Gary back outside. Blake Nielsen from 3. Tickles the twine from downtown. Exactly what the Hilltoppers needed. 35-26 is a single-digit game now. Looking to drive. Wide open look from the corner. That rims over. Elkington with the snag. Nielsen just weaving his way through as it was touched out of play by the Cougars. And we'll come to our final media timeout of the first half. 35-26 in our nightcap. CCU leads against St. Edwards here in this D2 Conference Challenge on GoHilltoppers.com. Out of the timeout, this is Nielsen, off of the glass and in. I know the soccer players are called socceroos down under. Are the basketball players basket-roos? If not, can we make that a thing? 35-28 after the Nielsen bucket for SCU. They're behind, though, and that was a less than ideal take. And after the rebound, Elkington is fouled. This is where the game starts to slow down a little bit. Both teams in the bonus, so we're going to head to the free throw line. And we'll go with the big elk, Sean Elkington. I promise I will work on some new nicknames for last season Freshman Player of the Year in the Lone Star Conference, as well as all Lone Star Conference first team selection. I mean, I have not seen a better true freshman play men's basketball here than Sean Elkington. That debut season goes up there as an all-timer in terms of excitement and execution, especially when you think back to the job that Coach Cook and his staff have done here in the last 6-7 seasons, talking about the talent that they have been able to bring in and find success quickly. I mean, you could just think back to the teams that make it to the Sweet 16 just a few seasons ago. August Haas, of course, Jake Krafka, and of course, the Hammer Ashton Spears. Probably the best in-game dunker I've ever seen on the Hilltop. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Inside the paint, the defense. Good reaction as they close down the Cougars. Gavino Ramos. He loses the handle. Rare mistake from Gavino. Looking inside, Ramos is beat. Bradley Land able to utilize his body. He flash secured possession and gets the score. 37-30, 2:38 here in the first half. Here in this home opener for St. Edward's tonight. Can't tell me that Coach Cook is in the midseason form already. Working those referees. That's what I like about him, though. Always willing to fight hard for his players. And just overall a great guy to talk to. And again, the Hilltoppers will have another would-be basket wiped away as they'll call the foul on the floor. Jamison Kay getting ready to check in for Sean Elkington. This is a strange year for the Hilltoppers in terms of rebuilding this roster. We talked about it already, the loss of Uche Tabiamaka, who was not just one of the best offensive players in the conference, but also a key defender for the last couple of seasons. I don't know who that guy will be this year for the Hilltoppers, in a sense of who's going to take on the toughest offensive matchup from the opposition. For the last 2 years, I could tell you it would be Tabiamaka, and prior to that, I could tell you it would be August Haas. So that's one of those things that I feel that we got spoiled about, having great defensive guard play, and that's something that the Hilltoppers are going to have to compete with this year. On the drive, this has been some tight defense, though. Bell Jr. fading away, not there. Nielsen able to get the rebound. You know, even against the size of Texas and those D1 bodies, the Hilltoppers did really well in the first half until the athleticism really started to show in favor of the Longhorns in that second half of that exhibition that was on Longhorn Network. And there's Jamison Kay. Short corner, 2, as he gets his first bucket of the night. 37-34 as the Hilltoppers are behind with 1:25 left. Can they get the stop here? That's too much of a lay, but Blake Nielsen with the 10 seconds on the shot clock, though. So they're saying that they have to reset the clock because of the block. Now I see Coach Cook shaking his head. That's what I thought. I was like, I don't think it's that many seconds, but it will go down to 10. Hilltopper showing some good defense here on this possession, though. They got to hold on for 10 more seconds. Ramos out there late. It clinked off of the rim, but it also hit the glass. Not the best of shots there for the Cougars. Nielsen. And Ramos stepped out of bounds on the three-point line, or near it. The Hilltoppers only need a three-pointer to tie up this game. Admittedly, I think even Coach Cook would say it, not exactly their best half of basketball, but they are showing some scrappy defense and connecting on some shots when they get the looks. It would be a different game if a couple of those fouls that were called on the floor were allowed to go in. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The big fella's going down low, back outside. 6, having to evacuate the possession. 2 seconds, somehow got through, but misses on the put-up. But it's another rebound by Colorado. And Nielsen somehow kept his plant foot down with his teammate falling right in front of him. Jeff Gary can't answer on the 3. Kay couldn't knock it away either to Jaden Johnston. The shot clock has been turned off. 15 seconds here at the end of the first half of play. 10 seconds now on the crossover. Looking to drive, puts up the floater. It's good. Brendan Patrick, his first bucket of the game. Jeff Gary taking all sorts of contact. No call, no bucket. And a very exciting end to the first half of play. At the break, it's CCU 39, SCU 34, as we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of Get Hungry during this second game. Hopefully you were able to get something to eat, something to drink, and we're able to mosey back on here on time to get ready for the start of this second half. Our score, 34-39. Colorado Christian ahead of St. Edwards. Real quick before they start, let's take a look at the team stats. For Colorado Christian, 44% from the field, 50% from the three-point line where they were 5 of 10, and then they were 44% from the free throw line, 4 of 9. Hilltoppers inside. Elkington, he'll be fouled. For the Hilltoppers, not as hot from shooting the rock. 30% from the field, 10 of 33, 5 of 12 from three-point line. That's good for 41%. And they were 9 of 12 from the free throw line, good for 75%. 3 lead changes, 1 tie in this game so far, but it has really belonged to Colorado Christian down the stretch of the first half. I mean, if you look at the stats, though, turnover-wise, the Hilltoppers shouldn't be behind. CCU has 11 turnovers to the Hilltoppers 6 as Elkington knocks in the second free throw, gives the Hilltoppers their first bucket of the second half. CCU, though, has more points in the paint, 18-6, as well as second chance points, 8-7. The Hilltoppers have more fast break points, 2-1, but CCU's bench is outscoring the Hilltoppers 13-4. Individually, it's Noah Kahn who leads the way, 10 points for CCU. Driving, the miss there from Woodbury, who has 9 points as the second leading scorer in this game for Colorado College. Inside, Ramos, he put that the whole way through. It was red on the drive, the opposite end. Jeff Gary is there to pull down the ball, and he was fouled on the way out of bounds. The rest of the individual stats for Colorado Christian: Woodbury 9 points, 5 boards. Patrick 7 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Everson 4 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. As well as Len, he has 4 points, 3 boards. Zeal, their transfer from Creighton, 2 points, 3 rebounds. And then Michael Bell Jr., 2 points and a rebound, but he had an awesome 2 points. Reichard, Oldavori, and Barnes also have taken the court. Jeff Gary splashing it from downtown on the near side corner. Exactly what St. Edward's needed. Now only down by one, 39-38. We'll get into those Hilltopper stats here in just a moment. It'll be a foul from behind by Gavino Ramos. Talking about Gavino, he leads the Hilltoppers in scoring tonight. 12 points, 2 rebounds. He's had 3 turnovers so far in this game, has the point guard. Jeff Gary has chipped in 9 points, 1 board, 1 assist as well. Colorado Christian, that's going to be the hook on the spin. That's a foul on Noah Cullen. The rest of the scores for the Hilltoppers, Blake Nielsen's had 7 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal to go along with 2 assists. The Big Elk, Sean Elkington, 6 points, 7 boards as he's approaching that double-double, 2 assists. He has 2 fouls in this game. Over to Gary, fading away and putting the Hilltoppers back on top. For the very first time since early on in the first half in this game, Jeff Gary, back-to-back buckets, makes it 40-39 in favor of the Hilltoppers. Hand down. No man down. Up ahead to Gary. He'll slow things down here. One-on-one down low. Elkington on the take. And one for last season's Freshman Player of the Year and first team All Lone Star Conference selection. The Big Elk, Sean Elkington. I was mentioning it in the first half. I've never seen a true freshman have a better beginning to their career in men's basketball than Sean Elkington. Since I've been here, that's about, I have to think about it, about 11, 12 years now? I've seen a lot of good players here, but I've never seen one start off as well in his Hilltopper career as a true freshman than Elkington. Oh, 2 wide open in the transfer from Creighton. Zeal with gusto hits the open 3. 43-42, Hilltoppers in front. Elkington, smooth as butter. Added the little roll for the jelly. A big guy like that shouldn't be that smooth. It went off of Ramos' leg out of play as the Hilltoppers lead 45-42. Rest of the Hilltopper stats, Kay has 2 points. Jalen Gordon, 2 points, 2 rebounds, as well as a block. And McManus, Johnston, and Moan have all played so far tonight. It's stolen on the take and the finish. It is Gavino Ramos. G with the glom and the score. Oh, 1 step too many. It's hard to travel in Texas. You can't get very far on just a couple of steps. 47-42 at the timeout as St. Edward's leads for the first time since the first half. Out of the timeout, a la Dirk, a la no, on the fadeaway from Jeff Gary. Comes from a long lineage of basketball players, both his uncles and his father, both former D1 players. Oh, got his own bucket. Didn't know what Khan. He has a big cheering section here, does the Houston native. Out of bounds, and that's a turnover on the Hilltoppers. They worked so hard to get the lead in this game. Don't want to see them give up the lead as it was lost on the drive. Retained by the Cougars. Big screen there. Gets the man open. Left side 3. It's in. Shaylin Woodbury. Nielsen with the floater. He's fouled. He is one of those guys that can take over a game. It's Blake Nielsen. We saw it last year. He kind of reminds me of this particular mold of player that Coach Cook has had here at the Hilltop over the last few seasons. Kind of reminds me of a smaller Jake Krafka. Obviously, he dribbles much better. But he has a lot of the skill set of one of my favorite players here from the Hilltop, in Dorian Lopez. If you never saw Lopez play, he was a big body guy from San Antonio that had height, that could do a little bit of everything, shoot, defend. Just whatever you needed, he gave you. And that's kind of what I see here in Nielsen. Timeout taken. Hilltoppers still in the lead, although it has diminished a tad, 49-47. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the winning game of the year here at the RAC. So, you know, the equipment is getting a good workout here tonight. Let's rather have this happen here than during conference play. Right now, the Hilltoppers in front, but not by much, 59-52. They were behind at halftime, able to get back into this game in this second half, and haven't relinquished the lead since they achieved it. Looks like we're going to have a foul called against the Hilltoppers from behind. Yeah, and they are going to call the Hilltoppers. Jaden Johnston with the push. They're going to say that Kahn is the correct shooter. He's at the free throw line and hits the first. So they did say it was a shooting foul. Hilltoppers have 5 team fouls. The Hilltoppers can be aggressive with the ball if they want to. CCU already has put the Hilltoppers in the bonus this half. Nielsen on the turn. His pass, though, deflected out of play. Gary. Here to Johnston. Over the rim as it touches over. This is for 3. Nobody closing out. As Noah Kahn takes advantage of another good look. Ramos able to outrun the defense. Good control. And he'll be going to the free throw line. The foul called on Brendan Patrick. 9th team foul now on CCU. Hilltoppers up by a bucket, 59-57. Good opportunity here for Gavino. One of those guys that I have no qualms about seeing at the free throw line, and Gavino Ramos. Last year it was Jeff Gary who led the way in scoring in this contest. Back when he wore the number 0. He had 22 points on that night. Start, stop, kick out, looking to drive. Good defense here so far, but they let him through. Bats the ball into the air, and it's going to be stolen by McManus. Good pass ahead. Looking for the lay-in, and it's connected. Jaden Johnston with the 2. McManus with the assist. 62-57. Foul called against Johnston. They're going to call him for the elbow. And I see what Jaden's saying. He's like, hey, I moved my feet with him, but it has been a differently officiated game in the second half. I felt that there was a lot more contact in the first. But now we're starting to get those calls coming a little quicker. Nick Zeal checking back in for the Cougars. Oh, off the back iron, and it rolls in. Nice shooter's touch to make it 62-59. Hilltoppers still in front here. 10:25 in the second half left to play. So the foul is going to be called against Noah Kahn. And that's his fourth personal foul for Noah Kahn. So he'll have to go to the bench as he has been hot here in the second half, leading all scorers with 19 points. As he has been 3 for 3 from behind the arc. Jamison K looking for a free throw to go in here, and this one will. Now 1 of 3 from the stripe, but that could help set the tone. 63-59. 10-10 left. Oh, and they're going to call McManus for the foul there. You see some of the crowd asking what isn't a foul right now. I understand it. In any basketball game, I don't want to see it, but I understand the call. And I'm not just saying that because the Hilltoppers are playing. As a fan of basketball, I'm just like, just let that one go. And they were letting it go in the first half. But I'm assuming that that official felt that it was way more egregious than what we have seen in the first half. That's the only thing I can think of. He misses the 1-and-1, though. Rebound controlled by Gary, and the Hilltoppers have it on their side of the court. Great passing there. Wide open look from the right wing. Cold-blooded as he knocks down the three. There's Jamison K. Big-time shot from K. Good to see him starting to get going in the second half. Slow rotation, leads to an open shot. It's knocked down by Tate Odvodi. Nielsen able to fool the defense. Passes 2. No look pass. Corner 3. It rims out. McManus rips down the board. From the top of the key. Make it so! Jeff Gary. 4-3. 69-62. Princeton cut. Simple movement. Good ball movement leading to the assist and bucket for Reichart. Hilltoppers looking to answer back. Less than 9 minutes to go now. Long 2 off the front of the rim from McManus. I hadn't seen a Coach Cook squad take this many long 2s in a long time. Cougars a little stagnant here in their half-court set. Looking to drive, got past one defender. Good finish. Patrick wasn't going to be easy. Somehow took the contact and was able to get it over. To get it in the basket. 69-66. 8:05 left. Hilltoppers ahead right now. Gary trying to get through, and he had him beat on the step. The foul will be on the shove from the chest from Everson. Jaden Johnston coming back in. Remember that Noah Kahn is in foul trouble for CCU. He had to go to the bench with the game's leading scorer as he has 19 points. He has been a huge factor for them. Gary, though, excellent free throw shooter. He's in the 90 percentile last season. And if there's any situation where I have to send anybody to the line, that's the guy I want shooting them for SCU. Gary knocks down both. We just talked about it moments ago. He was the leading scorer the last time these two teams met, where SCU won in Colorado last season. High floater, Elkington chasing the little guy, coming away with it to Patrick. And it's because he came away with it the first time, it allowed the big fella and Zeal to get the finish. 71-68, Hilltoppers will have to take note of the rebounding. A little give, a little go from Sean Elkington. Cougars easily break the press there. 73-68 on the drive. No defense. Brendan Patrick able to glide in there too easy. And Nielsen was trying to do too much there as he had it backed away. And right now, Colorado Christian is just bulldozing their way through the defense of the Hilltoppers and picking up fouls, as this game might come down to a free throw shootout with the way that things are going right now. Let's take a timeout with everyone else. I believe that was the 15th foul there for Jaden Johnson. We'll come back and clarify. Out of the timeout. Still a lot of deliberation on the fouls. I believe that it has been confirmed that, I want to say it's Johnson. Yeah, Jaden Johnson has fouled out. So for Johnston, his night will end with 6 points, 2 rebounds, as well as a steal. Both free throws not going in. That second one missed. That's a 73-71. Both teams are in the bonus. The Hilltoppers are actually in the double bonus. We'll see if we can get a clean possession here. Inside to Elkington. Him and Nielsen have really good chemistry, as Nielsen was able to fit that pass in a tight window. Yeah, you saw no complaints there. Neal just kind of fell on his own out of bounds. 75-71, Hilltoppers lead. Again, a big thanks to all of y'all who have tuned in with us here tonight on GoHilltoppers.com. I'm the Smash, Justin Simmons, and this is the Big Elk, Sean Elkington. Again, it's the Australian to Crosby connection, as Blake Nielsen gets his second straight assist to Elkington. Hilltoppers are up by 6 right now with 6 minutes to go. You just know that CCU is trying to work for that open three, trying to be patient right now. They have the guy running off of the screen. There it is. He popped it, he locked it, but couldn't drop it. And you saw, and I heard somebody looking for a little bit of a stutter step there too. Sometimes you can be too open. Ramos here to Gary. He has the one-on-one, and he can finish. Oh, and they're going to say it went off of Gary's leg out of play. That's a turnover. Some stingy defense from the Cougars Works out well there. (77-71). It's almost that time, folks. I think this game is going to get a little bit more fun. 5:15 left as we're getting down towards the final quarter of this half. This shot from three, go time. Michael Bell Jr. with the tray, 77-74. Here we go. 5 minutes left to play. Hilltoppers are ahead here in the second half. Nielsen, he's too crafty. You got to put the Velcro on yourself if you want to stick to him. 79-74. I don't know how you're supposed to defend that, though. He hit him with the double spin. 6 points now and 2 boards. Reichart, he has 5 points. Everson, he's been slow in the second half. 4 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Same thing with Land. 4 points, 5 boards. That was CCU. I'll get to the Hilltoppers here in just a moment. 4:40 left in this possession for CCU. Elkington out on the island, and his length proving difficult to shoot over as it's an air ball. Talking about the Big Elk. Double-double achieved. 21 points, 10 rebounds, all of them defensive. He has 13 total, 3 assists as well. Over to the Crosby kid. And he'll draw the foul. Elkington looking at an opportunity to add to the point total from the free throw line, where he is currently 5 of 7. Jeff Gary, he's really gotten going in the second half. 4 of 6 from the three-point line. He is 16 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Has Jeff Gary. Gavino Ramos, 15 points, 3 boards, 2 assists in this game. And Blake Nielsen, it was just about time to get him going. Probably the top all-around player for the Hilltoppers. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists as well to go along with a steal. Johnston had 6 points. Kay fouled out of this game with 6 points. Gordon with 2 points. McManus and Moan have both played ample minutes in this contest. Here to the near side wing, looking to drive. The pull-up jumper from just beyond 18 feet. The rebound is what gets the job done, though. Brendan Patrick makes it 81-76. Elkington is blocked from behind, doesn't get the call. Ramos doesn't get the steal. Zeal skying in, good pass there from Everson to get the assist. And CCU right back in it, 81-78. Timeout. You know, this is why we have these crossover tournaments. It has been a great test for everyone here tonight. Colorado Mesa will be the first one to tell you, as the number 14th team in the nation, was upset by DBU to start off the season. Blake Nielsen, no. The Big Elk, yes, the big fella. The board and the score, the double-double machine. Sean Elkington has already secured the double-double for tonight. He's also had career highs in scoring in the last couple of games, 28 and 29 points respectively. I don't know if he can surpass that tonight. He might have to. Kahn back in with 4 fouls. But they needed his scoring touch. And he is now with 21 points this evening. It's 83-80. Hilltoppers still ahead. 2:40 left. Over to Nielsen. He has the one-on-one. The spin, up and under. The reverse lay-in makes it 85-80. I'm telling you, Nielsen's crafty, man. You can't just leave him like that. No handout, though, as he lets him shoot. In this case, it works out as it pings around the rim, waiting for the Hilltopper rebound. So Ramos slowing things down as we're working our way towards those final 2 minutes. Gavino. So Sean Elkington is going to be whistled for a foul here. For Elkington, that will be his third personal foul. Both teams now in the double bonus. So we'll be shooting 2 free throws from here on out for any foul, essentially, for both teams. Since it was an offensive foul, no shots to be had. Faking the handoff. Looking for Kahn. The Hilltoppers are playing dangerously here, leaving the wide open shot. But Patrick will be called for the up and over the back. If it's not for over the back, yeah, okay, so he didn't call him for over the back, but they called him for the push, trying to get to the rebound. And because that was a defensive foul, essentially, this will send us to the free throw line with Gavino Ramos. And he will get a chance to shoot 2. And I feel like Gavino has been here for a while on the Hilltop. I always have to remember about that COVID year. It was a really strange time, and it has messed with some of the classification of some of these kids. But Gavino Jr., as he hits both, and a career 77% shooter from the free throw line, knocks them both down. And especially with the score the way it is, those could be some big points. 1:33 left, wide open, look for 3, and it rims out. There's the Big Elk. He will snag the board. 1:20 left, 87-80. Hilltoppers ahead. Can they increase the lead? Give themselves some breathing room. They are sure taking their time to try to do so. Elkington trying to get free up top. Gary driving. Gary, reverse layup down the baseline. That was an excellent play. That's definitely a silver on the finishing badge for Jeff Gary. 89-80 as the Hilltoppers are one step closer. You know, no matter where you may be tonight, hopefully you can make it down to Austin tomorrow for day 2 of this crossover tournament. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I really wish I could. Carl Schoening will have you. Carl's a good guy, a good friend of mine. He'll take you the rest of the way tomorrow. But that SCU Colorado Mesa game with Mesa looking for some payback. And, I mean, even the DBU versus the Cougars game looks to be promising. Maybe taking a little too much time off the clock there, but they get what they needed as they get the bucket, and they'll have a possible and 1 here. Sean Elkington also has to be mindful. Now with 4 fouls, if this game goes into overtime, you would want him available. I don't think it will, though. But a 6-point lead with 40 seconds left, that is if this free throw does fall in. It's kind of like inflation. It's not that much. And it goes in and out like a fast food restaurant. Curse of the commentator, I'm afraid, if you're a Cougars fan. Ramos getting over the timeline and now finds the wide open Blake Nielsen. The Hilltoppers trying to play keep away here. And not the guy you want to have to foul and send to the free throw line, as Jeff Gary will be making this trip to the stripe. Exactly who you want to see at the free throw line if you're a Hilltopper fan. It's this kid. Knocks in the first. Took me a little while to get readjusted to the fact that he's wearing number 10 this year. Last year was his first year on the Hilltop where he hit almost 93% of his free throws. And there it was. Curse of the commentator. 90-82. 24 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Here are the Cougars. Step back three. Yes, please. Big time players make big time plays. I don't know why Khan's still bumping, but it's that determination. He's got that fighting spirit. I like it. Not 18.5 seconds left. Gary has the inbound. Over to Nielsen, back to Gary. And that's going to be a timeout taken by Coach Cook, as he didn't want to turn over the basketball with a 10-second violation. And it will be a short timeout for Coach Cook and the Hilltoppers here. This contest has been a good one, 90-85, as the Hilltoppers, they're slated to be one of those top scoring teams. Picked to finish third in the conference. Did receive a first place vote. It wasn't me, though, even though I did vote. I wouldn't do that. Can't play homer. Although I will say that I felt that Sean Elkington probably should have been the preseason player of the year in the Lone Star Conference. Though not to take anything away from Goodwin, from Angelo State, who ended up being the player of the conference for the preseason. I'm just thinking that maybe people didn't believe that maybe a sophomore could be that good, and I'm thinking, from what I've seen from Elkington so far, that might be the case. Gary missing a second free throw in this game. That doesn't happen too often. Just trying to put the final egg in the omelet. That might be it. But a three-pointer can make things really interesting. They're going to try. They're going to miss. Elkington gets the rebound. He has the tie-up. They call jump ball, but they're going to wave it off, and that's going to be the end of this game. 91-85, Hilltoppers opening up the homestand this season with a good victory